What if I told you there's a secret to creating your own reality? Imagine that the world around you isn't fixed, but is instead a canvas waiting for you to paint your vision on it. This is based on a part from the book The Divine Matrix by Gregg Braden. And if you want to try and perfect creating your whole reality, then you can get the book from the top of the description. Today I'm going to show you why it's not enough to simply ask or think your way into your desired reality. You'll learn how to harness the hidden power within you, the bridge between ancient wisdom and modern quantum science, to truly shape the reality you desire. Stick with me until the end and I'll reveal this ancient secret that's only just beginning to be understood. Reality Making 101. Let's start with the basics, and this ties back to my last video on particles, observation, and how consciousness creates reality. In Mahayana Buddhism, it's taught that reality only exists where the mind creates focus. What we call real arises from a thing called subjective imagination. This aligns with quantum theory, where particles exist in many states until observed. But here's the deeper insight. Feeling is the observation. When we feel something with intention, it starts to collapse into experience. What you feel deeply becomes what you live. But remember, it's not enough to just say, I choose a new reality. You need to feel it, live it, and become it. Speaking quantum, harnessing the power of feeling. Earlier I mentioned that observation locks one quantum possibility into place. But the observation isn't just what we see, it's also what we feel. Feeling is the language that speaks to reality. This idea isn't just New Age fluff, it's what ancient wisdom has been telling us all along. From Egyptian temples to Tibetan monasteries, across cultures and time, the message is clear. It's not the words, but the emotion behind them that changes the world. The guy that wrote the book said, I saw this firsthand in 1998 when I visited a remote Tibetan monastery. Inside a cold chapel, I asked the abbot, when we see your prayers, what are you really doing? His response, you've never seen our prayer. What you've seen is what we do to create the feeling in our bodies. Feeling is the prayer. That moment connected what ancient teachings had said to what quantum physics says now. Feeling rearranges atoms and energy. Feeling is how we speak to the quantum field. And here's the simple truth. Feel as though your goal is accomplished and your prayer is already answered. That's how we speak the language of creation. We've seen that emotion is the language of creation. But what if one emotion is more powerful than all others? One feeling that connects us to others, to nature, and even to the universe. Let's dive into the feeling that both ancient wisdom and modern science agree has the power to shape reality itself. Compassion, a force of nature and a human experience. What connects us to others, to the earth, and to the universe itself? The answer is one word: compassion. There's a whole story in the Divine Matrix where the author said that he went travelling, in which he went to many monasteries and nunneries to try and gain wisdom. And he asked Tibetan monks, what connects us to one another, our world, and the universe? And their answer was compassion. But then he asked, is compassion just a feeling like love or sadness, or is it something more? Is it a force? Their response was, it is both. This is huge. Compassion isn't just an emotion, it's a creative force. When you express true compassion, you're aligning with the field that creates reality itself. The great Sufi poet Rumi says, out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. That field is the matrix of possibility, the divine matrix. When you step into compassion, you step into the force that creates reality. But while compassion is incredibly powerful, there's something essential you must understand about how to use it. And it's not just about any feeling. Not all feelings are created equal. In the next section, I'll uncover why certain feelings can actively shape your reality, while others could block and distort your ability to manifest. I'll share why it's not enough to simply feel anything. There's a specific kind of feeling that opens up the door to your power. Not just any feeling will do. Recent translations of ancient prayers recorded in Aramaic, the language of the Essenes, the scribes of the Dead Sea Scrolls, offer a crucial insight. Much of the original meaning has been lost in translation, if you know what I mean. For example, the modern version of the biblical passage, "Ask and you shall receive," misses important elements. In its original form, the test goes beyond just asking. It highlights the depth of how we ask. The King James Bible reads, "Whatsoever ye ask the Father in my name, he will give it to you. Hitherto have ye asked nothing in my name. Ask, and ye shall receive, that your joy may be full." When we compare this with the original text, we see the key that's been left out. In the following paragraph, I've emphasised the missing part by underlining it. "All things that you ask straightly, directly, from inside my name, you will be given. So far, you haven't done this. So ask without hidden motive, and be surrounded by your answer. Be enveloped by what you desire, that your gladness be full." This highlights an important truth. Feeling is the language that directs our consciousness. It's not just about asking, it's about asking with intention and feeling from the inside out. A state of being, not just a momentary thought. And this is the hardest part. It's got to be who you truly are, not just how you feel for a short time of the day. Gregg Braden in the book says, "But not all feelings will do. If it were as simple as feeling any emotion, the world would be in chaos with desires pulling in different directions. The key is compassion, the force that both creates and connects. The teachings from Tibetan monks remind us that true compassion aligns us with the field that shapes reality." Physicist Amit Goswami explains that to bring quantum possibilities into reality, we must enter a non-ordinary state of consciousness, where our desires come from pure intent, not ego. When we release attachment to outcomes, we align with the divine matrix, allowing the miraculous to unfold. This is echoed in Rumi's words, "Out beyond ideas of right doing and wrong doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there." This field is where miracles are born. It's where we stop just experiencing life and start actively creating it. In the example of prayer, we often focus on what we want to happen, but the key is feeling that it's already done. When we ask with the right intention, we connect to the quantum field and allow the universe to respond. The essence of this is a shift in consciousness, a quantum leap, like an electron jumping between energy levels without moving through space. When we understand how to align our feelings with the field of creation, we enter a new state where our desires can begin to manifest. To sum it up, reality is shaped where we focus our attention and how we feel. It's not enough to think or wish for a change. We must feel as though our desire is already fulfilled. But remember, not all feelings are equal. The emotions that create change must be free from ego and judgment. By embracing compassion and non-judgment, we align ourselves with the divine matrix, unlocking the universe's creative power. Visualize your desires as if they are already real. Feel them in your heart and watch as reality shifts. Close your eyes. Feel your goal as if it's already accomplished, and let that become your reality. Again, I can't fully explain everything, but the book gives into much more context and even gives stories of people that have done this and on healing, on how, because there's so many realities all at once, there's a reality where people are healed. So if you can tap into that reality, then you can heal, or the person that's ill in your life can be healed. So if you want to buy the book, then the link is top of the description. If you learnt something new, then please like and subscribe to keep learning. If you know anyone that's interested in this kind of content, then please share this to them, as it really helps me out. If you want to watch any of my other videos I've made on this book, then the playlist will be on screen now. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. And remember, stay positive, even when it seems everything is against you.